okay, my dear Saunders?
Gregory.
Eagle looking great. You're go.
And we're rolling, Gregory.
Greg Saunders.
Wow. Hey, great.
Show us the skills that have made you a media darling.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome, 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 welcome to the second Stateline show.
Probably haven't thought of it this way before, but let's face it. When you bury your feet in the sand at the beach, you're briefly wearing the earth as shoes. My name's Greg. He's Tom. This is your Saturday morning Stateline show. Good morning, buddy.
Good morning.
My feet are not in sand currently. I would like them to be, though.
My feet are in sand.
There you go.
Does that count?
No, it doesn't.
And they are earth shoes.
It's Earth Day. It's the 22nd day of April, the year 2023, the latest it has ever
in the history of mankind.
Congratulations.
Find the camera there.
You made it. I made it. Joe made it. John made it. We got a foursome ready to take over your screen and your audio waves into your brain. It's going to be very, very frightening. You might want to sit down for this.
Ready to tee off. And that reminds me, I cannot wait to go golfing. We do not have to wait. You and I, we do not have to wait for the PAWS Invitational, Pro-Am, whatever they call it.
That's right.
When are we golfing?
We got to get out and golf.
Pick a day.
Even if it's just a 9-holer at Sinisippi, that'd be great.
I would love to, because I haven't been to Sinisippi in a while. And 9 holes, couple of hours.
That's what we need.
Grab a cart, we're good.
All right, so we're going to have to do that. But before we do anything else, let's do a big number of the week, because we have a big number of the week for you. Our current race to 10 has Tom way out in front.
Yeah, that'll be short-lived.
You're winning. It is 3-1. Joann's won the last 2 races to 10. Tom's ready to get back in the win column. Our big number of the week this week is 2 million, and the answer is stolen or slices. Ooh, stolen.
Okay. So look, here's the thing. Mm-hmm. If I'm up 9-1, I might feel comfortable. But I don't know. After losing 8-3 and 10-8,
you were up like 8-3. Yeah.
I just sent you mine. Can you see it?
Go ahead, Linda. Put your guess in the chat. Is it stolen or slices? What does 2 million have to do with anything this week? We'll tell you the answer at the end of the show. Linda's already tuning in.
I've had 2 million slices of bread in my life, and I've stolen 2 million loaves of bread in my life. So both apply to me.
Tom starred in Les Mis back in the day, so that's his claim to fame.
Yeah, there you go.
I got a bunch of shout outs this week, and want to thank some folks for some great events this past week, including, let's see here. Had a nice little double date. Have you eaten at Mi Gordito yet?
Mi Gordito. No. Is that the one on North 2nd by chance?
North 2nd. It used to be the Hollywood.
Okay. Yes.
Now it's Mi Gordito. This looks funny. I'm going to flip that back over. Mi Gordito is, it was really good. We enjoyed our meal at Mi Gordito. So shout out to them this week.
All right. I will try it. I have not eaten there. It sounds like really good Mexican food.
It is. It is very good. We had our friends from Good Day Stateline, Michelle Abrams, back at Sold on Tony this week. So we're going to be on an upcoming Good Day Stateline show. I haven't heard what date. Sometime probably this next week. You'll see my mug and Tony talking about working with home buyers, which is kind of what I do. So that's kind of fun. So keep your eyes on Good Day Stateline at 5:30 and 11 on Fox 39 here locally in the next week or two. Have you heard of Comprehensive Community Solutions, CCS?
I was this day old when I heard about it.
Comprehensive Community Solutions is in Rockford. You probably know them best as Youth Build. Youth Build was like the founding organization. And now that they've sprung up other organizations, they had to change the name. Basically, it's CCS, Comprehensive Community Solutions. Youth Build Rockford has done, they're on their 56th affordable housing project right now. They are finishing a house on Searles here in Rockford. 23 out of their 29 youth earned their HBI PACT, whatever that means. I can't remember. They've received hands-on experience with different aspects of construction. They've learned how to read blueprints, place a beam for a house, learn the process of putting concrete on the house and framing and siding and flooring and drywall. It's really cool what they're teaching these youth to do, a hands-on experience. And
Nice.
we got to learn all about that this week as a part of Next Rockford, which is a really cool group locally here to belong to, and very much enjoy learning from Next Rockford. Gary Anderson, a local architect, gave us a history lesson on Rockford buildings, specifically focusing on like 1870 to 1930. Oh my gosh, it's fascinating.
Wow.
The amount of wealth that was in Rockford at the turn of the century, the other turn of the century, not the latest one, the last the one before that. It was crazy impressive. The water power station that they used the Rock River to turn turbines, to spin machines that made fabric. There was knitting companies. There was at least a half a dozen knitting companies down on the riverfront down there where now Embassy Suites sits. There was a bunch of them, and they made all kinds of textiles, and including, of course, socks, which Rockford became pretty famous for making seamless socks.
And the Sock Monkey.
Yeah, we all know about the Sock Monkey. It was really cool to hear the history of these buildings. He has a very deep passion for architecture. He was very visibly upset at the number of buildings that have been raised over the years that he wishes they could have saved and repurposed because they were built so well.
Yeah.
Even the Davis Park, that building that stood on Davis Park.
I don't understand what happened there.
We could have repurposed that building. And
my thought was they wanted to put something else there or get more parking. I mean, it's always good to have more parking, but really, this has been a staple of Rockford just in the last 20 years since we've done all of this, redone all the fireworks, Davis Park, concerts, Davis Park, gatherings, Davis Park. It's always been Davis Park. And then all of a sudden I see it's gone.
I will say this, the walking path that they've put in there now and the bridge that used to be the railroad tracks and stuff, it's very cool. It's very nice. And I can see the future of where they're going with this, especially with the Barbara Coleman building now that they have an investor who's willing to do something with the old Barbara Coleman
They're
building.
already working on it.
Yeah.
And it's looking really, really good. If you're not, what's that?
It's exciting what they're doing.
It is really exciting. If you're driving down South Main, just before you get to, the underpass, which leads right to the Embassy Suites, take a look at it. Make a drive down there and look.
Yeah, there's progress.
It's really nice. The outside's looking really. Guess they're going to probably work
a lot
on the
of cool
inside.
progress.
Yeah.
So look into Next Rockford if you're looking for a group to join. We have a monthly meeting that varies on what day and place it happens. We've been to the top floor of Embassy Suites. We've been to City Hall and met the mayor. It's a really cool group thing to do. So I'm very, very pleased with that. Learned all about Rockford pickleball this week.
Pickleball.
Did you know that's I didn't realize just how long pickleball's been around. And we got to meet Jen Selko, who runs Rockford Pickleball here locally. She was at our Growing Together Through Networking meeting this last Wednesday, and she was really cool to meet. I hope at some point we get to do a group thing with her. She does pickleball lessons at the Sports Factory. And little known fact, I didn't know this until Wednesday. Apparently, the new owners of the Victory Sports Complex on the corner of Alpine and Windsor, you know where Alpine and Windsor, right there next to Grandma's restaurant.
Used to be the Victory Tennis Club years and years ago. Yes.
They're putting like 14 or 15 pickleball courts in there. It's going to be a pickleball complex, period.
Wow.
That's pretty cool. And with the rise in popularity of pickleball, that just might fly, at least for a good long time. So that was
to play arena football there, right?
They played arena football there. Yeah, the Rockford Rams.
Yeah.
That was kind of a bummer to see. They folded up with COVID. COVID kind of killed the Rams, unfortunately.
Well, anything that was smaller scale, small businesses or anything like that, done with COVID. That was it. That was tough. Want to give, let's see here. Couple more quick shout outs. The next week's show, I want to make sure everyone that is involved with not-for-profits
tune into next week's show. We're going to have Zach Tanasi Lancoal on the show. Zach T, as we like to call him when our kids were little. Zach T is he is a founder of Mission Driven Impact. He helps not-for-profits refine their messages so that they can raise more money and do more good. And I'm really looking forward to hearing from him and learning all about what he's been doing. He grew up in Rockford, but he's been traveling the world and living all over the place in different places. Can't wait to hear about his travels and experiences over the last 10 years or so. So looking forward to that next week. And this, I think you can still get in. The Partners and Possibilities Mosaic Lunch is this Thursday, the 27th. All right. It might be too late to be a part of this. They might already be full, but you can reach out to Mosaic and find out if you're available from noon to 1 this Thursday at Forest City Church is their annual lunch. Jamie is the person to contact. 815-387-8390 is on there. 815-387-8390. Contact Mosaic and see if they still have seats left for you. My understanding is it's a free lunch. They want to get the information out there about what Mosaic does, and of course ask for community support in the things that they do. Last shout out for me this week is happy birthday to Connor. Connor is my first nephew, my oldest nephew. I think he's 13 or 14 today. Yeah, my oldest nephew birthday is today. Connor, salute, buddy. Happy birthday. Hope it's an awesome, awesome, awesome year. Any other shout outs before we get to our guests this week, Tom?
Few spots left, Lynn says.
Yes, she
for,
does.
Partners in Possibility Luncheon. So
no
shout outs. Just at some point I want to talk some football, but not now. We'll do it later.
Awesome.
We'll do it later. I don't have any shout outs. I mean, not that it wouldn't take me 5-10 minutes.
I'm still
get something going on in my brain.
I haven't seen a reason to change my theory that the Aaron Rodgers trade takes place on draft day. So it's coming up this Thursday.
Pretty much in agreement with you.
Because the draft is what, Thursday, Friday, Saturday?
I believe so. The 25th, 6th, and 7th, or 24th,
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday?
No. I believe it starts on the Thursday, which I think is
27th.
27, 28, 29.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's do it the easy way.
Right.
Let's do it the cheating way.
You look it up. I'll bring on Joe and John.
NFL draft.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, guys. How you doing?
Good. John's out there in his
Somebody
fancy shirt.
Hi, too.
I had a feeling you weren't going to be in town today, John.
I'm not even in the freaking country. So.
Hey, but while Tom's looking that up, tell us
to know what's your address. Kidding.
Where you at?
This is my view, guys. See,
wow. You have Magic Waters?
We don't want to be.
Cancun.
We'll just put this banner up so nobody can see it. We don't want to be jealous. It's not.
Hey,
InCrowd. All right.
Okay, Greg. Thursday, April 27th, and then through Saturday, April 29th. That's the draft.
So it does begin Thursday. Awesome.
Yep,
all right.
Yep.
All right. Well, we have InCrowd week this week. So while InCrowd is going on Thursday night, the draft will be taking place. Some of us will be listening and scrolling on Twitter and whatever on our phones, looking to see who our team drafted. The Bears draft 9th unless they trade, and the Packers draft 13th or 15th unless they trade.
15th. The Jets draft 13th.
Jets
and that's
13th.
where the trade's going to happen.
That's right.
Right before or after.
So one of the tight ends the Packers want is still going to be available at 13. They're going to make the trade. They're going to announce it right before the Jets are on the clock. They're going to come back about a minute later and say the Jets have traded their trade to the Green Bay Packers, and the Green Bay Packers have selected tight end, blah, blah, blah. I think the guy from Georgia, I forget where the one that they're focused on. And then the details of the trade are going to go boom. And everyone's going to go, well, I guess Aaron Rodgers really is a Jet now.
Yeah.
I'm about 75% confident that's actually going to happen. 75 to 80%. That's where I'm leaning.
Well, we know it's going to happen. We just don't know exactly when, but you're saying that you're 75% confident that it's going to happen then.
Right.
I think slightly before or during. I don't think it's going to be after, because once after well, then, everybody has different leverage. I don't know who's going to have more leverage, but leverage has changed. The whole status quo will have changed.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it could fall to the second round. It could wait to the second round and then maybe get the deal done. But anyway, let's have some fun Thursday, Joe. You got some stuff. You've done some fun stuff over the years. And before we get to InCrowd on Thursday, tell us about Duraclean. What does Duraclean do? And I'll put this great big thing over your face so people can see.
Yeah.
We are a restoration company. We do all types of cleaning and all types of restoration, specializing in water restoration. So primarily drying structures out, but we also handle mold remediation, crime scene cleanup, all the other types of cleaning that are necessary.
So you have a large storage of hazmat suits in your building, probably.
Actually, I have an extremely large storage of it.
How long have you been in business? How long have you been doing this at Duraclean?
I started the franchise in May of 91.
Wow. So you started, wow, that's pretty amazing. I moved to Rockford in like 92. I started working in Rockford in late 90, but I didn't move to Rockford till 92. So you've been doing that longer than I've been in town. That's pretty amazing.
I say that I'm in my 32nd year, but my wife always corrects me and says it's only been 31. So,
okay, dear, whatever. It's been 30 plus years.
And you obviously know the rule: the wife is always right.
Correct.
Right. Well, I have to ask, and this doing this for 30 plus years, and you have to have been asked this like every month or every week. What's the craziest thing you've ever seen doing this job at Duraclean, where you've either a crime scene or just a hoarder or just something that was just like, I can't believe I'm looking at this right now and I'm in charge of cleaning it up?
I would have to say that probably for us, the hoarders are the ones that stay in our mind. I have a nephew who worked for me years ago, and I can remember his expression on the first hoarder job that we were cleaning up. So I would have to say it's the hoarder jobs, because they are really, they're out there depending on, the individual's mindset at the time that we go into the structure.
Wow. Okay.
His expression was jaw wide open with, I'm sorry, I quit.
Actually, he was pulling some dishes off of a counter and dropping them into a trash can. And the trash can was so full that he dropped the last dish in there and the food splashed back up into his face.
Oh, man.
That'll teach you.
He did make it outside before he had to clean up another mess.
Yeah. Let me ask one somewhat morbid question. On the, say, crime scenes, I mean, I've seen forensic files. Is there some sort of this may be personal. If it is, I'm sorry, but is there some sort of maybe after counseling that goes with that? Do you guys ever have to deal with something like that? That can be traumatic. You ever get a situation like that?
Our guys know, they hear about it, and we know which ones will go and which ones won't. So the guys that go are the guys that are willing to go do it.
Sure.
And by the time we get there, the body is gone. So we're just left with the aftermath, which most of the time is the worst part because it's the odor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
so, it's just once you can get over the odor, and with the respirators and cartridges that we have, our guys are able to go in and work without having to smell it. And once you don't smell it, it really isn't a problem.
Right. As long as you can compartmentalize, you're okay. Okay. Sorry for the morbid question. I didn't mean to bring the show down, but it's a question I would never be able to ask anywhere else.
Only the military guys are sent in. They've had a military experience. They can.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Something like that. Well, John, before we get into Thursday's specifics with Joe as to what to expect, fill it everybody in about InCrowd and why we should be joining InCrowd and looking forward to joining you in tropical places.
Well, I was going to say, we can always move it down to Cancun, Greg, and I wouldn't have a problem with that whatsoever. But InCrowd is the largest free networking group in the Rockford region. We've been doing this for 14 years and going on almost 15. August will be 15 years. And, the whole purpose of it is to be able to have people get to know other business owners, salespeople, professional people in the Rockford region, learning like what Joe does and everything. And, Joe talked about mold remediation. He did a property for me here a couple months ago, and I had no clue he did all that. So, it's learning what other businesses do, what other people do, and getting a chance to meet people so you can grow your network, grow your business, and, hopefully take your success a little bit higher than where it is. Or if you're struggling, learn from others who have already been there to work through what you're going through, and then be able to turn things around and go in a different direction.
Absolutely. I'm so encouraged this last couple of months with how the networking groups are coming back again and meeting, they're growing again. So I've heard of a few different people talking about starting up some new groups. I'm like, hey man, different days of the week, different hours of the day work for different people. So absolutely go for it. If you have the gumption to give it a try, go for it. I can't promise I'm coming, but I might if I got the time, because it's all, it all kind of goes around when are people available, what kind of a format are you going to run? Like I mentioned, the next Rockford group that I joined this year is a completely different kind of group than the InCrowd, and it's a completely different kind of group than the Rockford Linked Lunch that I do once a month, or GTTN now that I'm doing a couple Wednesdays a month. There's a lot of different reasons and a lot of different ways of doing networking, and some of them are much more intense than others. So it all depends on your speed. The speed of Thursday night's networking is going to kind of revolve around hula dancing or something. What am I seeing with you, Joe? What is?
God,
we're doing a Hawaiian theme for Thursday.
Woohoo!
So we're going to have Hawaiian barbecue and Hawaiian punch, and we're going to have lays, and we're going to have. Not sure if we'll get any games going, but we are going to try and get something going.
I got this really cool invitation from you. Look at that. You're invited. I even took a picture of this and spread it around on social media. I thought that was pretty cool. So, and this is a good lesson, Joe. I know I'm going to try to make you blush and make you really embarrassed. This is how you do it, people. This is the way to host a networking event, is you get 100% behind it and invite people to come. Social media. I don't think everyone has to go so far as Joe did and actually print up cards. This is really awesome and special. This is probably 120% of what needs to be done, but it's going to be a great event because of what you've done, Joe. And kudos for doing this again. You hosted a couple of years ago, which was a lot of fun too. And this is like the third time you've hosted, I think, InCrowd.
Yeah, I honestly don't remember. I know that I hosted. I had the last event right before the world shut down.
Right.
So it would be nice. I'm always into rivalry, so I would like to have as many people as possible, just so I can beat my last goal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, again, InCrowd, it's fun to have 50, 60, 70, 80 people show up at an InCrowd over the 2 or 3 hours that we're at a person's location. And your location, I think the weather is looking pretty decent, so we'll probably be indoors and outdoors, but you have enough indoor space to host a lot of people. Tell everybody where you're at again so we
we're at the base of the Belvidere Water Tower on Newburgh and Irene Road. The address is actually 1989 Belford North Drive.
Look at that.
I talked with Butch, with Mr. Goodwater. He has a warehouse right across the street, so we're going to have additional parking. It is a cul-de-sac drive, so there isn't a lot of parking on the street, and I only have 15 or 20 spots. So we have Butch's parking lot across from us. I've got 5,000 square feet, so we have plenty of room to pack 90 or 100 people in there.
And a lot of times, weather is a factor. So weather should be pretty nice on Thursday night. So here's hoping that we get that. That'd be fun to have 100 people there. That'd be cool.
Well, that's what we're hoping for.
You've got food and beverages and some games going on. And normally at an InCrowd, we kind of have everyone take a little bit of a break around 6:15 or 6:30 to kind of fill in on what's going on and let everybody know what's happening next month, that sort of thing. I don't do you want to throw anything else in there, John, as far as what to expect on Thursday night and maybe next month?
Well, I think a couple things, and you just touched on it with Joe. Joe, in my opinion, is one of the best marketers that I have met when it comes to doing functions like this. And, we go back 5-6 years ago when our Februaries were, running around 15, 18 people. Joe said, I want to host February, and he had 80 some people there, and it's, when you look at what he does and how he goes about doing things, everybody needs to really listen and pay attention to how he does things. And again, this is why it's important to be there on Thursday, see what he's doing, see how he's doing it, and then take notes and, try to do the same thing for your functions and everything. So it's my hat's off. And, and here's the thing. I was supposed to go to Grand Rapids on Thursday, and I turned around and I says, if I go to Grand Rapids and don't go to Joe's, I'm dead. So I will be at Joe's on Thursday, leaving at 5 o'clock in the morning on Friday for Grand Rapids. So, but it's going to be a great event. And I want to touch on one other thing, Greg, before we move on. You talked about the Mosaic event on Thursday. Mosaic is our charity of choice through the InCrowd. And, it's, I guess you said, Linda said, there's a few openings left yet. Grab onto those. And, before COVID hit, Greg, you were the MC, and we had a couple tables there through GTTN and InCrowd. We raised over $100,000 for that organization, who, when you really look at what the state of Illinois does for mental health and everything, they screw those people over big time. This is your chance as a community to go out there, do something to help these people who didn't ask for the situation they have, but they're making the best of it. And, I just think it's going to be a great function on Thursday morning. And then we get to back it up Thursday night over at Joe's. Sorry, guys, but you got to put up with me twice that day because Jamie's asked me to speak at the Mosaic event for lunch. So I apologize that you got to put up with me twice that day. But you know what? You'll get over it because we're all going to have fun, and we're going to raise a lot of money for Mosaic and learn a lot about business.
It's going to be a good day. Together we are stronger, happier, a community. Discover the possibilities. Mosaicinfo.org coming up this Thursday. And like Linda says, there are still some seats available. So looking forward to seeing a bunch of folks on Thursday at the lunch, at Thursday at InCrowd, and Thursday night when we all just pass out because we wore ourselves out completely on Thursday. Take the day off on Friday. You've got my permission. Just take the day off. Let your boss know Friday you're recovering from an amazing Thursday. All right. Anything else we want to throw out there before we let you guys go and do your Saturday thing?
No, I'm about to go enjoy all this out here, guys. So, I appreciate you guys.
Do you want to? I don't know what resort you're at. Is it such a resort that you really want to give it a plug, or can you tell me?
Oh, I've been plugging it on my Facebook page. It's the Hyatt Ziva in Cancun. It's one of the best resorts here. I was fortunate enough to win a trip for Fran and I to be here. We've been here since Wednesday. Unfortunately, we have to go back tomorrow. Yeah. But, it's been 20 years since I've been to Cancun, and the last time I was here, it rained the whole time. So, this time we're coming back, I think, redder than what lobsters are, but we've had a lot of fun and been able to network with a lot of our cohorts, business people. And ironically, I met somebody yesterday at the taco bar who is actually from Peoria. So, you just never know who you're going to meet, where you're going to go. But, here's the thing, we don't know when our number's up. So all I can tell you, people, is take advantage of the life that you can and make the best of it and do what you can and, enjoy.
Absolutely. Well,
safe
travels back, buddy. And I'm glad you got a chance to enjoy Cancun. Joe, really looking forward to Thursday, and your staff has always been awesome. So kudos to what they do to make these events go off without a hitch. And let us know if you need anything before Thursday. We'll see you Thursday night.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen.
Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you.
Great time. Safe travels, John.
At Duraclean. There's another photo for you. 1-800-2-CLEAN-UP. Or this is the better one. 815-544-9244. Duraclean disaster cleanup right there. Awesome.
You know, his attention to detail on his flyer,
for bugs.
I'm sure reflects on his attention to detail in his business.
Stuck me up. I'm talking to friends at PAWS, and you've stuck me on the air.
It's Joanne's got a thing going on out there. Surprise, surprise. Good morning, Joann.
Good morning. Sorry.
We have dogs at PAWS today.
Yes, we have 2 dogs today. Okay. 9 of them. Right.
Well, we have a bunch of information to share today, so we're gonna jump on our SMS info for the week. And again, it is brought to you unofficially by Altruize, the app that enables volunteers to track and verify and even maintain their own community service data for a lifetime. Altruize, tell a better story, live a better life. This is Earth Day. Some amazing facts about our wonderful planet, the Earth. We have a lot had to happen for us to be able to live here on Earth. I mean, I think I've talked about this on occasion at times, but let's just take a look at the real estate aspect of Earth. Location, right? The Earth as a planet is in a remote corner of the Milky Way, and that means we have fewer threats than like a huge star devouring us with its gravity. That's pretty important. The star we do have nearby, the sun, is pretty stable, the perfect distance away to sustain liquid water on our planet, which is very important. We're not alive without liquid water. And when the sun does send out deadly flares, the Earth's core has a magnetic field that typically deflects most radiation. That keeps us safe as well. And of course, the Earth has critical elements like oxygen and carbon. The atmosphere traps heat, but not too much heat. The neighbor planet Jupiter is basically our Brutus, our Bruno, our protector. It deflects asteroids and comets from smashing into the Earth. And the moon that we have helps stabilize our climate. As we live on a fascinating and spectacular planet in an amazing galaxy. Happy Earth Day, everybody. I hope it's a wonderful one for you. And I hope you appreciate just how amazing the Earth is. Bruce
do you think
Jacobson.
They have Mars Day on Mars?
I think so. I think they do. Yeah. Mars Day on Mars.
The 0 people probably celebrate it.
And then Jupiter Day on Jupiter. Every
sure.
Let's see, every about 300 Earth years. I don't know. Bruce Jacobson's our guy with the EAA here in Rockford, the EAA Chapter 22. He's reminding people that next Saturday, the 29th, is the spring cleanup day out at Cottonwood Airport in Rockford. That's across the street from Auburn High School. If you can, plan on joining the crew to clean up the grounds at Cottonwood Airport and get the place ready, looking good for their annual pancake breakfast, which comes up on May the 6th. So next Saturday, April 29th, they're meeting at EAA hangar at 9 a.m. at Cottonwood to start getting things all cleaned up. There's been a lot of branches and stuff that were blown around too with all the wind that we've had recently. They're going to clean that all up. You can contact Mark with any questions. I'll put this in the chat real quick so you can see who to contact when it comes to EAA Chapter 22. By the way, May the 6th is all you can eat pancake day. They also do biscuits and gravy. You can fly in or drive in at Cottonwood Airport. Enjoy the food, check out airplanes, make some new friends. Cost is $35 per family. And I'll put that in the chat as well so you can get the link. EAA Chapter EAA22.org is the website. Yeah, we lost Tom. It's not just you, Joanne. We lost him. So someone pulled his plug and it wasn't me.
He disappeared.
I had to reload my thing here too, so maybe there's something going on the internet. Something made me reload. The United States is returning 12 artifacts worth about $33 million to Turkey. Did you know we had a bunch of Turkey artifacts in our country? Apparently we do. They were smuggled out of the country over 50 years ago.
Off the subject, but my hometown has the only not replica, part of the Chinese wall.
Oh,
And it's the only wall that ever left China, only part of the wall that ever left China. But it has something to do with the trucks that we manufactured in that town, 4-wheel drive trucks. They donated this part of the wall. I know it's off your.
Well, I'm sure somebody's not very happy about that.
But it's an interesting article. If I find it, I'll send it to you. But we're the only place, and Clintonville's a town of 7,000 people. I mean, a very little town.
Right.
It's in our park.
Some stuff, again, going back to Rockford area stuff, go rockford.com. Discovery Center Museum has their Discovery Town exhibit through the end of May. Road trip right there in Discovery Center Museum. $11 is the charge to the public, free to museum members. Recurring daily. Take the family to Discovery Town, a temporary exhibit at Discovery Center Museum. Children play as they learn about the people and places that make up a community. Very, very cool looking thing for the kids to check out. There's an oak sapling giveaway today, Nature at the Confluence up in South Beloit. You can pick up a free bare root oak sapling to take home and plant. Today between 9 and 11, or while supplies last. They have red oak, bur oak, white oak, and hickory saplings available. You can take up to 3 per household. Each of these saplings is already 1 to 2 feet long. You'll need to plant that in a pot or in the ground within a few days of pickup. And they've donated just thousands and thousands of trees over the years. The Nature at the Confluence is at 306 Dickup Street in South Beloit. And again, that's today from 9 to 11, free oak sampling giveaways. And our friends over at Severson Deals Nature Center, they're doing Pollinator Palooza today from 10 to 3, free admission. Celebration of pollinators just in time to get us into spring gardening, hiking, and all things outdoors. The birds do it. The bees do it. The moths and the butterflies do it. They pollinate. Even flies do it. And the wind helps as well. Pollination. Learn all about it at Severson Dells today from 10 until 3. Again, that is free admission out there on Montague Road, just west of Rockford, Severson Dells. The cost, all right, some other random stuff this week. The cost of a first-class United States postage stamp. Do you know how much a first-class stamp costs right now, Joann or Tom?
Because it's a forever
59 cents.
That's what I would have guessed. It's 63 currently. 63 cents for a forever stamp.
Wow.
It's going up to 66 in July.
Tom's ready to pay $1, so
we all are. USPS is on a decade-long mission to wipe out $160 billion in debt. Just email me. Yeah, right. They're hoping to break even this year, and they're raising the price of a stamp to 66 cents. I'm not a Taylor Swift fan per se. Some of her music I kind of like. Some of it I could care less about. But did you know how smart Taylor Swift is? According to a lawyer handling the lawsuit against the celebrities who promoted FTX, the cyber coin stuff. It's not Bitcoin. It's some other kind of cyber currency. Taylor Swift was the only superstar who approached that FTX approached and offered $100 million to promote the company. She asked them, "Can you tell me that these are not unregistered securities?" And because Taylor Swift didn't get the answer she was looking for, she turned down $100 million. The endorsement deal that was taken by Larry David, Tom Brady, even Shaquille O'Neal took the money and endorsed FTX. But Taylor did not. Kudos, Taylor Swift.
Oh, yeah, I know. She is smart. You're talking about cryptocurrency, right?
Yes.
The
thank
FTX?
You. Yes, cryptocurrency. That's the term that was escaping me. I who knew she's that smart? She's not just a great songwriter. And by the way,
she's very bright.
She's playing like 40 to 44 songs each night in concert.
Well, she gives people their money's worth. The thing about Taylor Swift, I love Taylor Swift. I think she's wonderful. This and that. I don't like her politics because the problem with it is that she's very young, relatively speaking. She's young, and I think she hasn't had a lot of experience. And I think what happens later in life, people start to kind of, the word is metamorphize, I guess.
Yeah.
And they start to understand a little bit more about life after you have kids, after you get married, after you start paying bills, not that paying bills is an issue for her,
taxes.
but I mean, you start to realize in taxes, wait a minute, something's not right. This is where you get a lot of neoconservatives, I think. But I don't know. I don't want to hear her politics.
No.
And I think that's part of the problem. And I think that's why some people are hesitant. I can separate her music. I like a lot of her songs. And you and I both as DJs, we play a lot of her songs and people go crazy when Shake It Off
comes on. Everyone knows that chorus. Everyone loves that chorus.
Yeah.
Okay. Other big number randoms this week. Los Angeles County has a larger population than a lot of states. Do you know how many states have less population than Los Angeles County, California? It blew my mind.
I'm going to go 26.
More.
38.
52.
Yeah, 52. Okay, Obama. No.
Yeah.
Los Angeles County, California has more population than 40 U.S. states. I knew there was a lot of people there, but I didn't realize there was that many. Here's some good news, kids and parents. A study out of the UK says if you clean your house vigorously for 20 minutes nonstop once a week, your anxiety, your distress, and depression will be improved. You'll have less anxiety, less distress, and less depression by vigorously cleaning your house for 20 minutes a week. Just do
Plus, you'll always have a bowl when you want cereal.
Ba-doom. Exactly right. Here's another big number that hit me this week.
Right.
About 100,000 knee replacements fail every year.
Wow.
100,000.
That sounds like an awful lot.
How many?
It does. I wouldn't even have guessed there are 100,000 knee replacements total.
There are so many knee replacements done. I'm guessing this is a global number, not just a United States number. But when I saw that, I was like, whoa, make sure you get the right doctor when you do your knee replacement. Choose your doctor wisely. IKEA, which apparently we're saying it wrong. It's a different pronunciation in Sweden, but we're going to keep saying IKEA because it's easier. They're investing $2.2 billion over the next 3 years, expanding in the United States. They're planning at least 17 new locations, probably more. IKEA continues to do very, very well in the U.S. United States airline fares have gone up 17% over the last year, and yet travel demand has not waned. It is still taking off. People want to travel. We've been stuck in our homes long enough, and I think it's pretty much obvious. Speaking of traveling, the TSA is expecting a record-breaking year for flights this year. Analysts are thinking that this may be the airline's busiest spring ever on record this spring. We already mentioned today is Earth Day. Tomorrow is National Picnic Day.
No, I thought tomorrow was the day after Earth Day.
Tomorrow's the day after Earth Day, which is National Picnic Day.
Picnic Day.
Yes.
An important thing on Earth Day, 53 years of celebrating Earth Day. I was a senior in high school the day Earth Day was begun.
1970.
70. I guess I was a junior in high school. I graduated in high school 1971.
All right. I found a new website. You know how I like to show you guys goofy websites. We've been random generators of like streets and stuff like that. This one is a random airport generator. It shows us random airports. Let's see which ones it shows us today. our first airport today is, where is that? It's on an island. Santa Cruz? I don't know where that is. All right, maybe I back off a little bit further and oh, it's right off of Morocco and Western Sahara.
Ah, okay.
Okay, let's click the next button and see. So you can see the airport, the landing strip, everything else here. How cool is that? Randomly, it's going to take us to another place. Beijing, China. Check this out.
Oh, it doesn't look that big. I mean, it's huge, but I don't
well
know.
organized.
It just doesn't look that big.
I'm trying to figure out, you've got runways right next to terminals. That's kind of wild. But it looks like it's all one-way runways, east or west or north or south or whatever that might be. Because usually you see them cross back and forth. So that's in Beijing. Let's check out one more. This one is taking us to California, San Francisco.
Wow.
How different does that look than Beijing?
Yeah.
This is just south of Oakland. Right along the bay there in San Francisco. So anyway, if you want to check out random airport generator. Oh, hold on. Let me reload. We'll take a look at one more. Phoenix, Arizona. Oh, that's a pretty cool looking one. Anyway, I like copying this stuff. Put this in the chat for you. If you want to check this out, this is kind of fun. randomairport.onrender.com. And there you go. Now you've seen some random airports today. We didn't get to see O'Hare, but you've seen that one before.
Flown in and out many times.
And as I mentioned, tomorrow's National Picnic Day. Coming up in the next few months is a bunch of eating contests. I don't know if Joey Chestnut is in all of these, but I know he's in at least one. April 30th is the National Sweet Corn Eating Championship. You would think they do that in Iowa, but they don't. It's in West Palm Beach, Florida.
Huh?
You have any interest in eating sweet corn as fast as you can?
I'm wondering, do they inspect your cob after you're done or what?
Right? How many kernels are left on the cob?
Kernels you have.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
There's probably a rule. A cob is not complete unless it's at least 90% consumed or something like that.
Yeah.
We're a month away, May 26th, Axe Donuts World Donut Hole Eating Championship is not that far away, Tom. It's over there in Newcastle, Indiana. I could go for a free morning of donut holes. Are you good with donut holes? Yeah.
I love donut holes.
June 10th is the Outlaw Egg Rolls World Egg Roll Eating Championship. That takes place in Lubbock, Texas. I like an egg roll now and again, but I don't want to sit down and cram 40 or 50 of them in my face for 10 minutes. That's not happening. It's usually like a 10-minute time limit, right? When they do these eating contests. I think
something
most
like
of the
that.
time.
I don't know. The thing about the hot dog eating contest on July 4th is they soak them in water so that the bread is nothing but just mealy.
Yeah.
And they just stuff them in. Oh, that's so disgusting.
July 4th, Nathan's hot dog eating contest is in Coney Island, New York. Joey Chestnut has won it probably, I don't know what, 20 something of the last 30 times.
Yeah, and the only one to beat him is Kobayashi, the Japanese contestant. Kobayashi's all I know. That's all I know his name by.
Yeah, they apparently they don't let you soak your donut holes in milk before eating the donut holes. They got to be eaten dry. But anyway, there's your randoms for the week. I hope you feel like you've maybe learned something. Anything else you want to share before we go to a little tour of PAWS this week?
I'm good.
You're good. Just a reminder to follow us on Facebook.
Do that
We
at
talked a little bit of
lunchtime.
football.
Oh, I miss it.
Well,
You want to talk football?
we talked a little bit about Aaron Rodgers already at the beginning of the show, so that's done. But something I shared with Tom before the show started today is the NFL has suspended 5 players for gambling on NFL-related games or events, and 4 of the players are on the Detroit Lions. That's pretty significant. That's pretty significant.
I'm wondering if the Lions were like in Las Vegas. Did they play the Raiders? No, they didn't, because the Packers didn't play the Raiders. We played the Bills, Jets, Dolphins, and Patriots.
Yeah.
So when would they have been in Las Vegas? You know, or maybe it wasn't Las Vegas. It could have been Atlantic City. Who knows? It could have been anywhere. Or it could have been maybe they all got together and just did it on their phones or something.
Yeah, they did something, and they're
anyway.
3 of them are suspended indefinitely, so that includes the entire next season. 2 of them are suspended for 6 games.
Wow.
You don't look at the whole life.
Oh, look at the puppy.
Oh,
Litter mates.
beautiful.
One's kind of spaniel looking, and the other one is kind of cur.
Naughty neighbor's dog.
What? The neighbor's dog was busy.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh, I know I got this backwards. I can never figure out.
We still got 9 days of the month left, and look at that
I know,
list.
but it's been a slow month.
Oh, I was going to be impressed by that list. That looks awesome.
Well, for dogs, it's been kind of slow.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, but you can't adopt out what you don't get in.
Yeah.
So.
But this is a cutie here. So Tia, a little girl.
Oh, Tia.
Then we
Looking
have
for a
some-
forever home.
They will be neutered or spayed this week. So we've got 4 in here. And then we've got some littler ones. Can I move this?
Oh, hello. Oh, boy.
Teeny weeny. There's 2 in here. So altogether 9 puppies.
Probably ready in about 2 weeks, maybe.
Yeah, probably. I'm sneaking in here. We saw puppies, now we can see kittens.
Say hello to the kitties. I see at least 1 or 2. There's 2. Okay.
And there's one up
3.
here. And these aren't obviously not ready for adoption yet.
Teeny weenies.
And then there's another 2, 3. Oh, look at that fluffy one.
I'll be ready soon. Come here and adopt me.
That's right.
Sorry.
Say hello to my feline friend.
So these are our long-term residents. They're trying to get these guys, I think I said that last week, like someone maybe to adopt them together.
They've been together at PAWS long enough. They probably formed a little bit of a bond.
The rest are kind of less active here. Not as exciting as puppies and kittens. I think one thing people need to remember, though, when you adopt an adult cat, the personality is already kind of formed.
Mm-hmm.
So you get what you get. You know what you're getting. A beautiful cat. Let me show you my beauty cat. Now all the other cats back here. They're all kind of alert because they're hearing the puppies.
Right. We're just going to stay still. We don't want to draw attention to ourselves. We'll just stay still. That's probably a smart move.
I love this cat. It's like, I hear dogs. I don't want to see them.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, oh, I just go through. Looking at him, it's okay. Okay, that's about it. I like this one.
All right. Very nice. Very nice. As always, check out pawshs.org for more on these and other available to adopt cats and dogs. pawshs.org. Awesome. All right, Joann. Good job. We've got a big number of the week this week. And it's time to find out who gets a point. Big number 10. Our big number, our current race to 10, by the way, has Tom in the lead. And the big number this week is 2 million. Is the answer stolen or slices? Stolen or slices? I've got Tom's answer on my phone already, Joann. So what is yours? 3, 2, 1, go.
I'll go with slices.
You'll go with slices.
I already sent you mine stolen. So.
You already said stolen, so someone's getting a point and someone's not. There was a report out of Philadelphia this week that someone stole $200,000 worth of dimes out of a truck. Guess how many dimes 200,000 is? $200,000.
I'm hoping 2 million.
It's 2 million dimes. That weighs about 10,000 pounds, everybody. Wow. Holy cow. So yes, Tom gets a point. You're now up 4-1. You were up 3-1 last week. You're up 4-1 now. If your truck is parked at a mall and you have $200,000 worth of dimes in your truck, I'm pretty sure you lock it up. Just guessing.
I would think.
Just throwing that out there. I think you lock it up. Apparently it wasn't locked up well because someone walked off with. No, he didn't walk off with it because that's like 10,000 pounds worth.
Yeah, they'd have to drive off with it, right? This wasn't a Brinks truck, was it?
It must have been of some sort of type of a Brinks type of truck or something because that's a lot of weight. I'm out of it. Slices, pizza, all about pizza. Americans consume a lot of pizza. The average amount of pizza that we eat in America every single day is 100 acres worth of pizza. So taking that backwards, every day, that's about 30.2 million slices, which is about 1.26 million slices every hour, 21,000 slices every minute, and every second in the United States, 350 slices of pizza are consumed.
Wow.
That doesn't seem feasible. 100 acres every day. That's a lot of thin crust pizza.
So Tom's at 5 now?
4.
Tom's at 4. He was at 3 at the beginning of the show.
You may give him a point.
I
sent you a picture of my classmates celebrating the first Earth Day.
Oh,
class of 1971. So it's
how fun.
If you are,
right.
I know we're proud of that.
That's cool. That's cool. Well,
share it on the show, but she couldn't do it.
Quick reminder again, next week, Zach Tanasi-Lanquill is going to be on the show, founder of Mission Driven Impact. We want all of our local not-for-profits to either watch us live or at least watch the show after it's recorded and find out all that Zach does to help not-for-profits refine their message and raise more money for their cause. So be sure and tune in next week. Thanks to Joe Bartz from Duraclean for joining us this week, and John all the way down in Cancun. Safe travels back home, John. InCrowd this week as Thursday night at Duraclean. 1989 Belford North Drive in Belvidere, 5:30 to 8:30. It's a Hawaiian theme. I'm going to try to remember to wear a good Hawaiian shirt and really do it up. Have a fun time. All right, friends, you change the world when you help one person. Be a blessing to someone this week. We'll try to do the same. Meet you back here next week for another Saturday morning Stateline show. Have a good one, y'all.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.